Hi there and welcome to Redditor of the Week, where in this episode we are covering r/best of Redditor updates. About 9 years ago, my brother's wife left him for another man. She was cheating on him at that time. My brother was devastated. They had married very young. I was almost against it. I had my brother in my apartment for months. He had fallen into severe depression and I was the one who paid for his psychologist since he didn't have the money and even lost his job because he didn't want to move from the couch or the bath. I even gave him a bath. I wasn't bothered by that. I did everything for my brother. She just left and blocked him everywhere. She simply confessed to him that she had been cheating on him for a year and that she was in love with that man. 4 years after that, when my brother was finally starting to feel better, she reappeared in everyone's life. The typical thing that happened. She and her lover were no longer together. She had begun to receive psychological help and changed completely. She felt regretful. She was really sorry, etc. Someone honked. I told my brother all the time to cut off contact with her for the sake of his mental health. He didn't. He started to justify her past actions for that time by saying that she changed. They were too young, she was having problems, etc. He got angry when I told him that she is still a horrible person. Shortly after that, they got back together and my brother cut off all contact with me because I didn't accept their relationship and didn't want anyone to come between them. I told him to F off and we didn't talk anymore. Now, my brother's reappeared to my house, after years without him wanting to talk to me, only to tell him that his wife cheated on him again, but this time, they have children. In the past, I would have let him in, hugged him and everything, but he has gone years without even inviting me to meet his children. He has not even spoken to me to congratulate me on my marriage or on my pregnancy. I even invited him to my wedding and he didn't come. I told him that at this moment I can't let him be in my house, which is actually true because I can't have this kind of stress. He told me that we are siblings and he needs me, but I told him that when I needed him, he was never there for me and cut me off for that horrible woman. I had an argument and my husband ended up kicking him out because I was already crying. He's staying with our parents now and my mother just tells me that it's not the time to hold a grudge against him and he needs me, but I can't forget how he didn't think twice before cutting off all contact with me for her. Then, Opie posted an update. I've spoken to my mother because she kept trying to persuade me to talk to my brother. She came to me since I cannot move too much. She told me that my brother is sorry and I told her that he should tell me that, not her. But my mother replied that my brother is too embarrassed about his actions, but I told her that I am not going to let her be any kind of mediator and my brother is old enough to speak for himself. I know he was sending her to insist that I talk back to him. My brother is an adult and can speak for himself. That said, 2 days ago, my brother came to my house to talk about everything. He said that he feels ashamed of himself for having been so blind since he cheated on him again. I never told him, I told you so, nor am I going to, because he already knows that. There were many people worried about whether the children were his, but I can assure everyone that they are. They look identical to him, and luckily enough, she was maybe faithful to him at that time. Anyway, after talking to him, he apologised to me and told me that he needs me, but I told him the same thing as that day. I needed him too, but he was never there. I forgive him for everything, but that doesn't mean that I want to go back to everything being like before because I didn't want to put myself in that situation again. He didn't even tell me what he's going to do with his wife, and I don't want the situation to repeat. I never did anything expecting something in return, but it hurt me a lot that he turned his back on me without thinking twice, and only came back when things got bad for him. I had invited him to my wedding, maybe foolishly believing that he would come, but he didn't even do that. I even kept a seat for him thinking that he was maybe coming late, and I feel really dumb for doing that. I told him I'm sorry, but I want things to continue as before, since I got used to not having him in my life, and I don't trust that he won't use me as a nurse or therapist anymore. At first he didn't understand it, and said we are siblings and we should be united, but when I told him that he forgot that for years, he shut up. So, that's it. I simply told him that I prefer to continue without contact with him as before, and I have made it clear to my mother that I want to spend these months peacefully. Maybe some will call me cruel and say I should think about my family, but I'm not going to let him treat me like she treated him. Alright, that was the Reddit post, and that last line was seriously a gut punch, and honestly, I don't blame you. Fly my window. thing about recording your car. There's always flies and spiders trying to get it. Okay, I'll get to this. I'll do this post now, and I'll get to what I just thought, because that fly just reminded me of something pretty serious. But yeah, basically, this was originally posted to Am I the A-hole? So I was carry on. I'll base off that. You're not the bad person, because he's quick enough ditching you and forgetting about you in an instant for his ex-wife who cheated on him. But as soon as she does it again to him, he's soon running back. So honestly, carry on what you're doing, ignore him, go back to what it was before, say, all right, I forgive you what you've done, but secretly, I don't really, and I don't want to see you anymore. So, au revoir, go away, and that's it for our relationship. I'll have a relationship with your kids, which, I didn't even know, I know that to me, but for you, I'll stick to what it is for now, okay? I enjoyed it as it was. I enjoyed my house all to myself and my husband, and my little baby soon to come. But anyway, that was this Reddit post, so don't feel bad about it, and cars speeding past. Wait, forgot what I was going to say again. But yeah. But anyway, speaking about insects crawling in my car, when I was driving home last week, I think it was Thursday. It's Wednesday I'm recording this. So last week, Thursday, I was just driving normally, just relaxing, just listening to some tunes. Just joking, I don't really listen to music. I'm not really a music person. I listen to a podcast. Have a word, great thing. I don't know if you heard of it. But I see in the corner of my eye a spider crawling down the roof of my car, and instantly I'm like freaking out, trying to whack. I roll my window down and start trying to whack out my window, but it's the web's like, strung webs on and going to knock out, so the spider's just swing inside the sun, the web not going into the car. And whilst doing so, I'm not looking straight at what I'm meant to be doing whilst driving, and the car in front of me at the end of the roundabout isn't moving, and I'm still moving, so the gap is getting closer and closer. And I'm about, say, 10 foot away. So I slam on the brakes, and I luckily don't crash into him, but it was a very close situation, and I don't want to do that again. So if there's any spiders that are crawling around in my car right now, please evacuate the area, because you're not welcome, and I will evict you. Why did I find you? Sounds probably a black widow looking down at me right now saying, you don't know where I am, and you never will. Or come down unprovoked and make your life very much worse, as you have killed thousands of my comrades along the years, and it's time for me to evict my revenge. Anyway, that was it for Redditor of the Week. The link for this story is down below, as always, and if you like this story, then go and comment on the story, tell them the original post that you liked it. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, then like the video, and subscribe if you're new. And I need to remember to edit this video because it has to go out Friday morning, and it's currently almost Thursday. So thank you for watching. See you next time in the next video. Goodbye.